Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is one of my craft-based projects. Unfortunately, when I was actually doing the craft or artwork for this, I wasn't feeling particularly well and wasn't having a good day. It was really hot, so I wasn't really appropriately attired for being on camera, so I didn't set up my camera and record it fully like I did for my last one. But I just wanted to give you a bit of a quick overview so that you could see here on YouTube what I've been doing as well as on the blog. So what I've done here is put together some little snippets, just recorded on my iPhone, and created a quick little video for you so you didn't miss out here. So here it is. The first technique I'm trying is laying down the pencil dry, and then I'm going to add in the water. Here goes. Okay, so I blotted off quite a lot of the water because I really didn't want to get a puddle. So I'm just going to take more water on my brush because I really don't think it's wet enough. That's looking much better. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the sky like this, and then I'll come back and show you my second technique. So, since I last checked in with you, I've added some deeper blue parts into the sky, and then blended those again with the water. One thing I have learnt as I've gone along, it's better to put down a little bit more colour than I think I'm going to need before adding the water, because if I try and do too many layers, even though this is a watercolour cardstock, it can start almost rubbing off the top layer. Move down and filled in all the water parts. Concentrating on adding different colours of blue and some of the grey in here, and then blending it out. I found it easiest to lay down the colour, both colours side by side, and then blend to get seamless joins. A technique I'm going to be trying soon is to, as it suggests in the leaflet, remove a bit of the colour pigment. Probably put that in this palette I've got, and then add some water in, and then paint it on separately. So I'm going to start trying that, I think, for some of these hills, and we'll see how we get along doing that. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm allowed. So this time I've been grabbing some pigment that I shaved off with the brush. It's drying a bit now, and then coming across and painting it directly in. The things in favour of this definitely is I've got a smoother blend straight away. I mean, if you look at some of these rocks I've done, I'm really happy with how that's gone on, but it involves all the shaving and painting it on, so perhaps it's a more labour intensive method. I'm not sure, but I think one thing I have decided is for the rest of this picture I'm going to be continuing with the pen straight to paper and then adding water method for the initial colours, but then when I want to go in, for instance like the sky, with a darker colour, using the second method to add the additional colour, because I think that'll blend better rather than trying to add more pencil then more water. Let's see how I crack on with the next phase. So that's the bottom half coming along quite nicely. I've added, obviously, as you can see, some oranges and some greens, reflections of what's above. I'm doing my best to try and base it upon the guideline image provided with this stamp, which is if I haven't mentioned yet, it's a Sheena Douglas one because I just love her artwork. So let's move on to Above the Bridge and see what's going to happen next. So I've gone ahead and scribbled in some of the colours that I think I want to be showing above the bridge. So now it's time to start blending it with water and seeing how it's looking and if I need to adjust it. So there's the completed watercolour picture. So all I need to do now is trim it down and put it on a card and design the rest of the card. I'm actually really happy with how this went. I can 100% tell the difference between a good quality watercolour pencil like I've got from CassArt than the cheap watercolours I've had before and never really persevered with. I hope you like what I've done with this so far too.